Toddy, first and foremost, congratulations on a win. I imagine the atmosphere in the changing room tonight is very different to what it was on Tuesday.
As you can imagine, I think we were really disappointed, and I can promise everybody, the fans, anybody who come to see us, that wasn't us, and we knew that. We had to get them together, the lads, and we had to discuss it and go through lots of different things, and the gaffer was brilliant with them. And listen, you can have those off games, but it was a bad time to have it against your local rivals. So yeah, very, very disappointing. But to turn up today and perform like the boys did, they showed a lot of heart, and I think it was a very, very, very good performance.
Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of the day, we should probably answer the question which people will be asking why you're here rather than Mark. Can you explain what happened with the sending off? Because from my perspective, we couldn't tell what had actually happened.
To be honest with you, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I think the gas got to go and speak to them at some point. Whether they'll speak to them, I'm not sure. But it was a bit of a strange one. It was odd, and because there was no situation at that time. Whether it was before, I'm not sure. But so yeah, obviously the gaffer got sent off, which shocked everybody. So it was kind of, we had to move and make things different, because obviously the gaffer was up in the stand. So yeah, it was a surprise to everybody.
When something like that happens, does Mark still give you instructions, or does it fall on your shoulders?
No, of course he's on the phone. You're allowed to be on the phone. You might have seen our goalkeeper coach and Wezo. They were both running around telling to give me information as well, because it's a team thing. We're all a part of it, and we all give our information. But obviously the gaffer's the main man. So we have to listen to what he had to say. He passes on. I then relay that to the lads, and yeah, they performed brilliantly. I think it was really, really pleasing as a staff. I was really pleased for the players, because they've gone through hard times this week. I think it's very easy to say, oh, no one really cares, but I promise you now, that group in there, they were hurt. Like, we were really, really hurt, and that includes everybody, down to like the kit man, the whole whole club itself. It's not a nice feeling, but to show the character that they've done today, it just goes to show what that group is about.
Let's break down the performance then, because you must be delighted with the impact players had on the bench tonight, particularly because it was a difficult game. Braintree, for large portions of the game, created some really good chances, and defensively you had to be strong. But it felt like the substitutions made real impacts tonight.
Massively, and that just goes to show it's a team game. It's about the squad. There's been some tough conversations this week, but they stepped up. They've stepped up, and those lads that come off the bench made a real impact, and it did change the game. It's so important. It's so vital. We've had occasions where it hasn't happened, but today, fair play to the lads. They deserve a pat on the back.
A couple of names to pick out. Kofi Shaw was given the Man of the Match award over the Tannoy. Good for him to obviously get that amount of time into his boots, but how impressed were you with his performance, and how unlucky was he not to get that goal from 30 yards? Yeah,
he's a great lad. He keeps working hard. He's come out of the team a little bit, and he's had that disappointment. He's come back in and done really, really well. But today is about not an individual, it's about the collective as a group. There were some real big performances, and I mean, for me, it could have gone, the man of match could have gone to so many of them. Coops, he was outstanding. I thought Jarves led the line, unbelievable, got his goal. And yeah, it was definitely about everybody today, and I think everyone deserves that man of the match. If we could have given it to everybody, that would be the case. But also the fans as well, they're outstanding. They stuck by us. It would have been very easily to turn on us a little bit when we lost that goal, and also the players show character to come back from losing that goal, because it's simple to just go, oh my god,
I was going to say, yeah. How pleased were you with the players developing through as the game went on? Because obviously formation changed several times, your back line changed several times. I thought Jake Wannell had a really good game, considering 4 games out and coming back in.
Yeah.
How impressed were you that they managed to develop every single time you changed the formation and actually improve as the game went on?
We've got really intelligent football players, and that's what the gaffer brought to the football club. He wanted boys that can actually understand the game and play the game in the right manner and the right way he wants to play. So those lads, they swap and change, but they click onto it really quick. There was a couple of times where we were a bit out of shape when we did do that a little bit, but then they adjust to it. The older boys helped them, and as I said, massive team performance.
You've got a pretty big trip up north to come now. I mean, but was this the perfect antidote to Tuesday night? And that will probably change the atmosphere amongst yourselves and the players for the week to come.
Yeah, we'll sleep tonight. You know, it's very, it is. You, as a coaching staff, as players, you go home and you reflect on your performances. And if they're not good enough, you don't sleep. You worry about it because we care. We want this club to move forward, and we want to have a successful season. And yeah, so we know we've got a couple of big journeys ahead of us, but that would have done the world of good today. They can go away, reflect, understand what performance they put in, what effort, what desire, everything that the club deserves really, because it's a club that wants to go forward.
Well, congratulations on 3 points.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.